All right, so now we're actually going to find the inverse of the 3 by 3. And to do that, we're going to use the same process that we used for row reduced echelon form. However, notice we have A on the left-hand side, and we've attached the identity matrix to it, okay? Remember we said yesterday we had the double augmented matrix? Well, now we have a triple augmented matrix. We've augmented it so that there are 3 columns added onto the end of it, all right?
Is this the hard or the easy way?
This is the harder way. You'll like the easy way, okay? Now, our goal is to get the identity matrix on the left-hand side, and by the time we do that, we'll end up with the inverse on the right-hand side, okay?
It's like the 2 by 2,
Just like the 2 by 2, except now we've got 3 rows and 3 columns to deal with, okay? So, we're going to tackle this the same way that we would a problem, a system that we were trying to solve with row reduced echelon form, okay? We're going to get a 1, we'll just kind of run through our process here. We want to get the 1 here, then get the zeros here, then get a 1 here, and then get zeros there and there. Okay, then get a 1 here, and then get zeros there and there. Okay, same process that we've been using for row reduced echelon form. Now, the nice thing with this one is we already have our 1 in place. So now we can look at just getting these 2 zeros where the 1 and the 6 are. Okay? Alright, so good. We're going to use row 2 minus row 1. Row 1 stays the same.
This is echelon form.
Yep. And when we do row 2 minus row 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus a negative 1 is positive 1. Negative 1 minus 0 is negative 1. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay? So same process, you just have a couple more columns that you have to deal with. Now we need to get rid of the 6. So how are we going to do that? Alright, row 3 minus 6, row 1. Okay? So I'm going to let you guys take it. You're welcome to work together. Okay, give you a couple minutes and see how far you get. See if you can get all the way to the final answer. Okay? Well, you just want to like skip the whole class.
I have performance, so
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Hold up. 3 by 3? But you have to go.
Let's try to get through.
This one actually turns out being pretty easy. You end up getting a 1 every time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice.
Pretty sure I screwed up somewhere, but that's okay.
It's not.
It's not broken.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Please.
There it is.
Oh, no.
I don't think I want to.
Just trying to put it using
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was like so. That's annoying. That was like a. Throw remote screen moment.
That's what it is.
I've actually done that by accident.
That's why they had the weak draft.
Yeah. I didn't. I thought it was too cool.
There's a whole website like We Fails or
Yeah.
something like that. Like people with bloody eyes and broken fingers from hitting ceiling fans and
One
stuff.
time, like the Wii Sports, I was playing at the bowling game, and when after I threw it, I like slipped and fell and smashed my head on
Alright, I'm out, Mr. Richardson.
Me, I was like.
Alright, see ya.
the
Play well.
boxing one, and like that, and I kind of just let go and kind of.
Oh, sometimes I like in that I like hit my own hand like
Oh,
coming back.
Yep. And the goal
that's the
too.
worst
And you're like,
So when I was little, we just punched each other.
Yeah.
But that was just me.
I did plenty of that, but I had two sisters, so like at a certain age I had to stop.
I had 3 older brothers, so that
Yeah.
never really stopped. So
Yeah, it didn't sort of rough.
You still beat up a man.
All the time. Admitted, guys. We're the handcuffs. Sounds good. Thanks. You too. You couldn't hear
Okay.
me.
no, I got that.
Alright, so once you do the process here, you should end up here eventually. Okay? Yes.
On the top, you did row
Are you
3
going like
and
this?
6 row 1 because you took it easier.
Wait,
Yeah.
I thought it.
Yeah,
That was your first.
Oh, here's the thing. When I write it next to it,
No, this isn't it. This isn't it.
this is what I did to get from here to here.
Oh.
So I did these steps here to get from this line to this line. And then this is what I did to get from here to here. So that I did the -4 to get the 0 there.
Oh, see, I do it before.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, you can do it either way. It's fine.
This.
Just the way my brain works. So.
I don't care.
All right. So guys, what is our inverse here?
The second part of the.
Well, like -2x.
-2.
-3.
1,
Who said X?
I said x. I have one of the equations.
Okay.
Oh, that guy.
-2, -4, 1. All right. So that right there is our inverse. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
See.
Okay. So now that is just like we did with the 2x2s. Okay. So it's not too difficult, but because we've done the row reduced echelon form before. But obviously, as you guys are seeing, there's a lot of little mistakes that we can make. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about how we got this? Yeah.
On the test, can we just do like whatever form we want, or you're gonna say like solve this one with this?
I might have you solve a system of equations using a particular method, but as far as finding the inverse,
Or you can do whatever.
yeah. Okay. Now, one other thing is your calculator. This is the easy way. Okay? Using your calculator is the easy way. So let's take a look at how we would do that. Okay?
Calculator is the other way. Like you mean either.
No, the calculator is the easy way.
Are we going to be allowed to use the calculator?
Okay.
Probably not, now that you ask.
Well, no, for this, yes.
Oh, nice.
Okay? So, here's what we have. We need to input the matrix that we want to take the inverse of into our calculator. So we have 1, -1. Oh, they don't like that. Minus sign. There we go. -1. And then 0. And then we have 1, 0, -1, 6, -2, and -3. Okay? So that's this matrix that we're trying to get the inverse of, right?
Oh, the first question.
Okay? So now we hit quit to get out of here. Second quit. And here's how we get the inverse on the calculator. Alright? We go back into matrix. And there's the matrix we want right there. A is a 3 by 3. So we bring it out on here. And then, what's the notation for inverse? The -1 power, okay? We understand based on the context that that's not talking about taking the reciprocal like it is with real numbers. Because we're dealing with matrices. The nice thing is your calculator also recognizes the context that you're dealing with matrices. So when you hit this X and -1 button, or if you punch in the little caret -1, it spits out the inverse.
Can you show it on the?
Okay? The nspire actually works the same way. Do you know how to enter a matrix on the nspire? Okay. If you know how to enter a matrix on the nspire, then you just bring that matrix onto the screen, put the -1 power in, and it'll do it. Same way.
Can you do caret -1?
Yes, you can. Alright, if we had done, let's do this. If I had done this instead, to the -1 power, it'll still recognize it as an inverse. Oh,
You use -1, not -1.
I don't know why.
Maybe put in parentheses.
You know what? Maybe the 84 won't like it.
Okay, so how did you get your thing to do that?
You just hit the X and -1 button.
Oh,
You do that. Okay? It must be, the nspire doesn't have the little X -1, so you have to do caret -1. The 84, it must not like you doing that. So, but guys, that's why all of you should have your calculators out right now doing this, so that you know how yours works. Right? Those of half of you who don't. Okay? Alright. So, that being said, let's take a look at the problem that we looked at earlier. Alright? We knew what we needed to do, we just didn't know how to do it. Okay? So now, go ahead and use your calculator to find A inverse for this one. Okay? So we can actually solve this system here. 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1. That's our matrix. We need the inverse of that matrix. Okay? Go ahead and do it yourself. And then use that to find your solution.
Then when we use that to times 1, 1, that give 2.
Yeah, you're going to use that and multiply that by B. The 1, 1, -2. Or -1, 1, -2. And that should give you your answers. Okay? So when you do it, if you did it right, you should get that for your inverse.
Very sly. Oh.
Okay.
Can you multiply like matrices together on this also?
Yes.
You can. But that on the test, you're gonna have to show all your work for.
Huh?
So A inverse times B is for the
这个
x,
答
y,
案
and
是
z.
7、8号。
Yes.
这
Okay.
个计算器我跟你说，要是
Okay.
可以用计算器。我考试去。
Yep. And that multiplication you should be able to do on your own. Okay.
7, 8, 8.
What did you get?
I got x equals
7, 8.
Negative 1, y equals -2, and z equals 0.
I got underneath at that.
You did? What
X
did
equals
you
2, y equals 3, z equals -3.
I got.
Alright, I've heard 3 different answers.
Oh, I knew what I did wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it, okay? You guys can multiply. Put -1 times -1. That's 1 plus 1 minus 0 is 2. 1 plus 0 minus 2, -1. -6 minus 2 plus 6 is a -2. So x is 2, y is
When
-1,
I plugged it
z
in,
is -2.
when I plugged mine in, they worked.
Huh.
If you look in the previous, yes. Brother?
I don't know, there must be something up. Maybe you copied one down wrong or something? Or? Alright.